What's going on, guys? Anyways, this is the early access 1.0. A flashlight. Okay, I also have a flashlight. That's cool. Oh, the music was supposed to play when I go over here.
Back in the earlier days of Ordz Playhouse, there used to be another ending. Now this one never released, as I never got to finish it, but I found a version named version 23 that has the ending, but it doesn't have it finished, so it just has some leftover things from it. So if we look around some of the rooms, I'm not sure where I exactly placed them, but here we have a crystal. This was one of the endings for Ordz Playhouse. You had to collect, I'm pretty sure it was 10 crystals back in the day. This ending never released, it was work in progress. You had to collect 10 crystals, and then you had to end up somewhere here. I don't exactly remember what happened, but I think that was the original way you got the bad or good ending in the game. Instead of, what you had to do back in the original of just moving here and then moving into the back to go through this door. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that ended up being the same crystal ending. I just scrapped it due to, me being stupid and not knowing how to do stuff. I think there's another crystal over here we could have collected in this chase sequence, which you don't guys remember, or just... let's actually review the animation, because now that we're at it already, let's see how this animation plays out. So, okay, okay, yeah, makes sense, okay, sure, okay. But that was one of the endings. It was pretty sure supposed to be the same ending you guys ended up getting in the demo's good ending, with Mr. Ordz over here dying. I'm pretty sure I can get there it is. I think this is the ending. 1,800 seconds. We can review the ending. I'm pretty sure nothing changed about it, as this is the exact same animation of Ordz jumping and somehow ending up in the spike, which... how does that make any sense? And yeah, then there was invisible wall there, right? Yeah. But yeah, that's one of the first things I wanted to tell you guys about, the secret crystals ending, I guess. I think there's another short here. Oh no, the clean version. Yeah, I had a few shorts already placed out, or crystals placed out. Now I don't know why this ending never... Oh, I just told you. But yeah, that's the crystals ending. So, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the plush machine. Now, this originally used to be the music box of Ordz Playhouse, but due to some changes in the story of the game, I ended up scrapping this whole machinery, and it just never ended up happening. This was originally the introduction to Spider Ordz 2, as you were supposed to, enter this place somehow, which I don't really remember how, but this is the best version of this part of the game I still have left, because this is the only one I've found. Now, I'm pretty sure we can playtest this part, and I can just show you guys some quick gameplay of it while we're at it. And I can also continue to, yeah. So, back in the day, I wanted this game to have a longer section, so I somewhat made his. It never ended up being fully added. That gate closes, I guess, because, we were supposed to go that way, I guess. Don't know much. And here we see Spider Ordz for the first time. There he is. The animation is very broken, but, it is what it is. Then we fall down. Now, I don't remember much of this, so this is also new to me. Then we enter some gray section. It's not really new to me, it's just super old, 3 years old. But this was also originally gonna be in the main game. All of these doors are locked and stuff. I'm pretty sure Spider Ordz was originally gonna be controlling or we're moving around here. Well, he's right there. I just didn't have AI back at that time. So if we keep moving this way, we should be able to... Oh, right. We jumped out of a window into a courtyard type place inspired by Outlast, actually. A lot of this game was inspired by Outlast. I should probably mention that, as this is somewhat of a prison type location, so I guess this is also one of the things Now I'm pretty sure I never ended up actually finishing this, so this is gonna lead nowhere, or it's gonna lead to stairs. So it was just gonna be a little gameplay, like, extension, if you say. I think this is where the animation of Ordz plays. It doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, we go this way, and then I'm pretty sure nothing's past this point, as I'm pretty sure it's just nothingness. Yep. Well, that's the second thing I wanted to show you guys. There's a few more things that might shock you. Now, here we have The Fallen, one of the original versions of it at least, which we used to have a chase scene here, but I'm pretty sure the chase scene that got released was a massive Ordz, but there was also a version before we had the massive Ordz. Now, this is the old chase we used to have before the big Ordz, which I'll show you footage of later if I find the bricks video of it. So yeah, Ordz just runs down this hallway chasing after you, and then he just stops and dies. But there used to be a bigger version of it, and that was in the other version, which I can probably show you. Now, this is no longer in the game due to... There was a cutscene here. Due to, well, obvious reasons of me not having any ideas of what to do. Now, I don't know if this one had the moving shelves, but there used to be a version of the boss fight. Well, no, the chase. Oh yeah, this is the old chase. So originally, this chase used to look like this, but the version you guys got was him moving around, pushing these over, which is, well, I'm not sure if any of this was in the original, but if it wasn't, then that's quite a cool thing to know. There used to be another ending over here too, so while we're at it, we might as well talk about that ending too. Basically, if you did something correctly, there was a candle over here, which would open up his door. Now what's behind this door is a room. This room was gonna be some sort of a... Well, you know those Jigsaw movies, right? One of those, like, type of things where you just get, like, sawn into or something. I don't know how to explain it. But, like, the saw comes flying towards you and then just murders you brutally. Which was gonna be the brutal ending that never ended up releasing for Ordz's Playhouse. You also died... Okay. Yeah, that was removed later on. But yeah, that's what I have to tell you guys about the forgotten chases of the Fallen and the hidden ending of the Fallen. So I'll just call this part the hidden ending of the Fallen. Now we've made it to one of the next versions of Ordz's Playhouse. This version introduced you to the old music box, which had an animation. Now, I'm not sure if this animation still exists, but back in the day, we used to have this old ending of the base game, which would end the story. Now, this is not exactly the lost media of Ordz's Playhouse, but this is still one of the hidden parts that not many people remember, as they probably didn't play the game. So, why not play this part, so you guys can see what this looked like.
Pull that lever. You'll doom us all. I pulled it once. Back at the factory. Look at what it did. It let the demon out. Who knows what could happen next? Who knows? People think I died. But I did not. I am Sam, your dad's co-worker. They left us to die. They ran until I was all by myself, trapped in the factory's walls. Listen, kid, do not pull that lever. We don't want any new monsters. What are you standing there for?
That was the infamous death of Sam. Now, I don't know if this animation ended up changing when you guys got to play the game, as this is, well, unfinished. So, this is the infamous Sam before you guys saw it. I don't think there's many changes of the cutscene, I mean, I know there's blood in the full one and the door doesn't stay closed, but, well, have the original version of it. Now, the 1 year anniversary of Ordz's Playhouse update has released, which introduced you to Snizzle. Now, why am I putting Snizzle into this? Is mostly because he ended up being one of the only characters that never made it into any other updates. So this is a one-time characters, and well, not many people know about him. So let's see what animations this goober has. Oh, he's literally snizzling around. So yeah, we used to have this guy here. I think he... Oh, Snizzle also used to have AI. So Snizzle is the first ever AI character of the whole game, which is, I guess, a honorable mention to put him here. But yeah, he used to be in the sewer section, where you went after Sam told you to not pull the lever, which, well, he's over here with that thing and, well, Sam, of course. So once we did that, we entered the code in this door. We got the ending that burned down this entire building, and well, that's about it. It has nothing to do with Snizzle, but he was there, I guess. I don't know what else to say about it. Actually, I'm pretty sure he showed up later. Like, there was another ending here that used to have Snizzle too, but I could just be Delulu and not remember things correctly, but that's Snizzle for you. Next, we have a character that... Why is it so reflecting? We have a character that never ended up in any of the other updates. This character's name was... Honestly, I don't know what his name was, but he showed up if you stayed in the Fallen for like 20 minutes, and then the lights flickered over here, which made him spawn in. Why is it so reflection? I don't know. And then yeah, he showed up, and there's the big Ord I told you guys about earlier. So yeah, this guy just showed up, and he basically didn't really do anything. He didn't even kill you. Yeah, he didn't kill you. So if you just dead in the Fallen for like 20 minutes, congratulations, you met this guy. I'm pretty sure he also showed up later in the game. Could be wrong though. Yeah, well, I wouldn't consider Fog as this guy, but here's Snizzle. I was right, he did show. He doesn't have a face. Oh, he does have a face. He did show up. Now, I don't know what this guy's name is, so let's just call him the Shadow Guy, I guess. Anyways, back into Reflection Town we go. Now, this ended up being in a very new, recent version of Ordz's Playhouse, but something that was removed were these guys. Now, these three used to... Why is your head... Why is your name on the grid board visible? These three used to be in the original version of the basement. They used to be Weeping Angels, but, well, I never got the AI to work with these guys, so, well, they never ended up releasing. There were three variants, this guy, and then the guy that looks like the one guy from Candies, which is kind of silly. Now, I'm not sure if this basement ended up releasing in the game. I think this one ended up releasing. Yeah, it has the secret lever, which ended up activating the secret room, which told us about the mannequin. Pretty sure there was a note somewhere that mentioned these guys moving whenever you don't look at them. I think it's this one. Yeah, mannequins are moving around. They only tend to move when you're not looking. Now, the thing is, I, again, never got the AI to work, so these guys never ended up in the game. Pretty sure this is the only one you see, too. Because, like, I didn't really wanna... Yeah, no, yeah? Yeah, these are the only ones you see. So, yeah, back in the day, there were three variants of them. Only one ended up actually showing up. And, well, they never worked. So, that's another thing for you. Now, we're getting into more bigger things. The Reckoning update released, which introduced a whole new section to the game, aka the past. Now, the past was basically a reminder, or, well, the old version of the original Ordz's Playhouse, but, like, refined, made a lot better. Now, this chase is the thing we're gonna be talking about. This is the infamous Ordz chase that everyone hated. Now the reason they hated it is due to the difficulty of it, which made it so you have to go through these doors, and then a blob appeared from behind here. You had to climb the blob, jump over, and keep running this way until you got this. Now, if you want to see the chase, you can go on to the channel that I'm gonna be linking in the description because, well, he played the game ever since the beginning. And after that, you just go down into the outside, which makes you get out of the Playhouse Asylum and you can head straight to Zeek City High School. Now, the high school originally had a cafeteria planned, but I never ended up finishing it, well, building it in general, because I was running out of time for the update, so I just made 3 classrooms, and yeah, that was about it for this place. There also used to be a swear word in here, so yeah, instead of this there was a F word. Now that's another thing going down the list, and let's just keep moving towards the release of the current version. Now we've made it to the current version of the game. Now, there's some stuff I can show you guys, but some of them might be spoilers. So first things first, originally the chase... This is not the chase. Originally the chase ended up being very similar to how it is in the actual game. Just it used to be a lot more difficult due to triple speed being insanely fast. And, well, nothing much to say about the current version. Instead, we can talk about the pit. Now, originally, my plan was, before you enter the Fallen, you have to go to the pit to turn a lever, which was behind this door. Now, I'm pretty sure there's absolutely nothing behind this door. I am incorrect, there is something behind this door. But this used to lead you to a location I never ended up finishing. Not because I ran out of time, but because, well, it just didn't seem that fun to go through another section just to enter a section that's gonna be a pain for you. So I ended up cancelling the pit and just brought back one of the original things, also known as the Fallen. Now, if you guys are wondering what this is just a part of the ARG. Wink. Now yeah, that's about it. I was planning on making the pit, but it was gonna be like, you know guys know the Blob Queen? The pit was gonna have the Blob Queen in it, and you had to like fight off the blobs. Now, I know it sounds like a cool idea, but I'm sorry for cancelling it, but I had to. Now, as the final thing of this video, originally I was gonna have a second Striples chase. This Striples chase led you through a little area where you ended up going towards a pit where you fell down and you had to, well, be in this area. Now this area never quite got finished as I ended up scrapping it and made an attic instead. Now what's unique about this area is it was gonna have a interesting creature that I'm not gonna spoil. Well, actually it's not gonna release in the main game, so I might as well. The creature was gonna be some type of blind dog similar to the eyeless dogs of, well, Lethal Company. Of course it was gonna be blobified and looked a lot scarier than originally. I already had everything planned with it, its death and everything, but you know, I had to end up removing some stuff, and well, that's just it. I didn't have any concept art of it sadly, but I do know that it was gonna be a dog that used to have what is it called? You know, you guys know the angler fish things? They have like a little lamp above their head, and they were originally gonna have that above their head, so like that's how you see in this place. Because your flashlight would be dead in this part and you just had to follow the light of the dog and make sure he didn't see you. Now that's about it for this.